with the steel tip 100 feet 7.5 inches, a new world record established by Teresa.
All right, so here's day 2 of Pleasanton. Day 2 was about the same as day 1 for me. We threw basically the opposite events of what we threw on day 1, starting with open stone. Then we went to heavy hammer, lightweight for distance. And then in the afternoon, we threw weight over bar, and we took some shots at the challenge caber, which was a beast of a caber. Of course, Vlad flipped it because that's what Vlad does. Like I said, overall in the day, it was pretty similar to the first day. Disappointed myself in the hammers, only went like 99 and some change on the heavy hammer. Got a decent push with the open stone there. It's like a 17.5 pound open stone. In the past, throwing that thing about 43 feet has indicated that I'm doing okay with it. And that's about, I threw it like 43.5, which I would say is probably about as good as I've done with stone this year. Crazy. I'm back to not practicing stones leading up to this thing, and I went back to my normal numbers with stone. So I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. And then a lightweight ended up with 73 and some change. One of the things that I did on the lightweight that I haven't been able to, my whole career, chasing the right foot turn thing. I've never been able to get it. Even on my best throws in history, my best throw 77 feet. It was, you know, if a lot of people, you look at it as a technician and think that wasn't that good of a throw. But yeah, just haven't been able to get that right foot turning up on the toe. And I was able to do that. I'm going to try to replicate that in training and really reinforce on how I do it, what my cues are when I'm trying to do it, so I can push those numbers up finally. I mean, a glimmer of hope in that thing. So perfect. And then went to Wob in the afternoon, and I was over 15 feet. And then I'm going to be honest, I wasn't really close on 16 feet. I mean, I touched the bar, but touched the bar with the top of the 56. So really, like, I needed to throw that thing like 6 inches or so higher, which not terribly close, not terribly far away. The new technique is kind of still messing with that, still trying to iron that out, get the timing just right on that. I think I got it. As I was with the first day, dealing with the heat, that really makes me tired. I mean, I spent the hour and a half that we had between the morning and the afternoon throws. I spent that time just kind of laying down, trying to recover, laying in the shade, trying to rehydrate and everything, just to not feel so much fatigue in the afternoon. So I did my best I could, but yeah, it catches up with you. And then, we had 2 challenge cabers. One's kind of like a qualifying challenge caber, so that you could get to try to throw the real challenge caber. And I feel like I made one good pull on the qualifying caber, and then after that, it just didn't get any better. I mean, the fatigue was just too much at that point to even have a chance at it. So it was fun nonetheless. Always fun. They got some big sticks in Pleasanton, and you have to bring your A game to throw those things. So here's day 2. Enjoy the footage, and looking forward to getting back at training. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now as I'm recording this. I'm fixing to start some training. So get back at training and really build up for Woodridge Farms, which will be the next game. So follow me on my work up to that. I think it's gonna be really good games there in Virginia. Excited to get over there, hang out with the boys again, and then put on a show for y'all in Virginia. So, all right, later, guys. All right, here we are starting out with the open stone. This isn't my first throw. This is like my second throw. I brain-marred my first throw just to get something on the board, and it went, I don't know, 40 feet. And then I think 40 foot and 10 inches or something with the brain-mar. And then pushed 2 out there, went 43 feet after that. So I don't know what this is. Did I duplicate? I don't even know. Is this the same throw again? Oh, don't know. Well, whatever. Anyway, 43 feet 5. Nothing really to write home about, but like I said, it's the best I've done really all year. And that's without practice, so whatever. And this is my only footage of my hammer throw because my camera got too hot. It said, I ain't doing it anymore. It's too damn hot. And so I had to throw it back in the throwing box to let it cool down a little bit, back in the shade. So the only thing I can think about, this was probably the first throw. It wasn't the best. I think I went 90, 97. All my throws 97, 98, 99. I think is what it was. It was 90. Yeah, something 97, 97, 99. I definitely wasn't getting full extension, full push. I wasn't getting the length that I need to get the speed that I need to throw out to 110. So just wasn't getting there. Never really do at Pleasanton, like I said in the last video. And then here's my lightweight for distance. Like I said, you're going to see the, I think it's going to be this throw potentially. All of the technique fell apart. Yeah, it's not going to be this throw. This is my second throw. When you get to my third throw, you see the technique completely fell apart except for that right foot turning. And I think the cue that I really focused on, that I used, was driving down, catching it in as far back as I could, and then driving the implement towards the ground. And here's Kyle throwing, because why wouldn't you want to watch the best lightweight thrower in the world right now throw the lightweight? And then, yeah, like I said, back to me. Driving the weight towards the ground, accelerating it towards the ground. I think that's what allowed me to kind of keep the weight loaded back over my right foot and allow me to stay on that right toe. So I'm going to keep cueing that in practice and see where it takes me. And then I didn't get any footage of the challenge caber, so this will be about the end of it, throwing wob. Missed at 14 feet because I'm an idiot. That's what I do a lot. I don't know why. I try to miss the first one, because why not create some extra drama? And then I don't know what this is. Honestly, whatever. I don't know. Landed on top of the bar. I think that's my first throw at 15 feet. And then here's the throw over at 15 feet. Pretty easy, pretty clean. And then watch Vlad throw weight over bar, because he's really good at that. That was the same, 15 feet. And then you're going to see Kyle standing in the way of my camera for a minute. Real cool, Kyle. Real cool. And this was a miss at 16. Maybe you're going to be able to see the weight. I don't think you can even see the weight. He's so big, and he's so in the damn way. You can't see anything about this throw. So shout out to Kyle Lilly, ladies and gentlemen. That's our guy. And then coming up, here's this last throw. And I'll show you. That was my closest throw at 16 right here. And it just, like you said, I tapped it with the weight. It wasn't going over. It didn't stand a chance. So that was it. I'm about it out. And that's the end of Pleasanton 2025. Hope y'all enjoyed. So yeah, guys, I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it. You need to find ways to get to these big competitions like this. If you're a top masters, what else do they have going on there? I think that's it right now. Top top masters, men or women. You need to get there. You got to challenge yourself to these bigger competitions. Pay some dollars out of your pocket to fly over. You're on the East Coast, fly over to the West Coast and get in this games and get in other games like this. It's going to elevate you. It's going to put pressure on you. You're likely going to be thrown with a different group of people. It really does make you better as a competitor. And that's really important. You got to challenge yourself to these things. On top of that, you get to meet and hang out with some pretty rad people. Every one of these groups that threw on the day were full of just great characters, good individuals, people that you're going to want to be friends with, and you're going to want to meet up with them year after year. You know, part of what makes this sport so fun, the caliber of people that are in it. So, like I said, get out to these competitions, get out of your local area, and just go challenge yourself to do more. And see where you can take yourself. Like I said, if you're a Masters thrower, you're not washed up, you're not done, you got something to chase. And especially like the Masters 40 to 49 group and the Masters 50 to 59 group at Pleasanton, you're going to see those people at Worlds year after year after year. So, I mean, go there, go to Pleasanton, see it, experience it if you haven't already. And if you have, well, you know what I'm talking about, and you probably want to keep going. So that's it for me, guys. Like I said, watch my build up to Woodridge Farms. Going Rogue is going to be doing a good thing there. I really think that game is going to grow. It's going to become a destination games on the East Coast in the month of September. So go and support it. Watch us. If there's live streams, watch us. Share the content that you see coming out of it to show the sponsors that it is real and people are watching and people are paying attention. So yeah, all right, thanks for watching.